New questions are being asked tonight about whether One Nation broke electoral disclosure laws after 7:30 revealed another secret recording, this time of the party leader Pauline Hanson. The conversation was recorded by the party's former treasurer Ian Nelson, and in it, Senator Hanson expresses concern about the alleged donation of a light plane being made public. The Electoral Commission's investigating who owns the plane and whether any laws have been broken, something One Nation strongly denies. Tonight, 7:30 can reveal yet another leaked phone conversation. Michael Atkin has the story.
Pauline Hanson's comeback tour in 2015 had extra momentum thanks to this brand new aircraft.
Well, this is the start of my Fed Up tour in our new plane, which I'm very pleased to have.
The plane was piloted by her key advisor James Ashby and gave One Nation a major boost in regional Queensland.
If you're not happy here, then go back where you are.
But the ownership of this plane has continued to cause problems for One Nation.
Hi, I'm in our plane, a little jabberoo. We're at the Boonah Airport ready to take off. I'm with James. Say hi, James.
G'day.
In January, Pauline Hanson told Sky News it was the party's plane.
So I've still got my plane and, well, it's not mine, it's the party's plane.
Last month, former One Nation treasurer Ian Nelson went public with a very different explanation. He claimed the plane was secretly paid for by Victorian property developer and One Nation supporter Bill McNee.
As I understand it, he transferred the funds to James Ashby. Not the party, not Pauline, but James Ashby.
It sparked an ongoing investigation by the Australian Electoral Commission into whether One Nation broke the law by failing to declare the plane. In late April, Pauline Hanson offered a new explanation, admitting Bill McNee did buy the plane and loaned it to One Nation.
Bill was continually looking around for a plane. He found out James was a pilot. He thought, here's a great opportunity to actually have a plane and to actually utilise it as well. And then we used the plane, I used the plane.
Then, to confuse matters further, James Ashby contradicted her, saying he had purchased the plane privately.
Pauline Hanson, the number of different explanations she's given now for who owns this plane, where it came from, what money was used for, I've lost track of how many explanations she's given.
Ian, today you're releasing a private phone call you secretly recorded with Pauline Hanson. Why are you doing that?
To refute by her own mouth what she's been saying to Australia about Soraya Berrick and myself. And it wasn't secret. Everybody knew that I used to record all my phone calls.
Former party treasurer Ian Nelson claims the conversation you're about to hear proves Pauline Hanson is lying about how One Nation got the aircraft. Ian, this is a recording of a conversation you had with Pauline Hanson in November last year.
Yes.
Let's have a listen.
Hello, how are you?
Under discussion is how a newspaper journalist received a tip-off that property developer Bill McNee donated the plane.
We've got word there's a story coming out in the Australian tomorrow, and they've been told that we've actually, Bill McNee actually donated the money to pay up front for the office for a year and the plane.
Yeah, but bloody hell, they get that
off. So they've already rung Bill and asked him. He said, yep, but I've donated to a lot of parties.
Pauline Hanson demands to know who has broken ranks.
Who knows Bill's name?
No
one. We always kept it very, very quiet.
Oh,
who knows that he paid the money up front for the office?
I have no idea. Yeah.
No one knew. There was the four of us that knew. It was tight-knit.
Well, it's certainly a colourful story.
Are you saying Pauline Hanson is lying to the public?
Yes. That's going to go down really badly with a lot of the members, a lot of long-term loyal people, but unfortunately Pauline has morphed into this person that I don't know anymore, and neither does the party.
Soraya?
Yeah.
Come over here.
On the recording, Pauline Hanson suspects her former office worker Soraya Berrick of leaking and says she should be held responsible if any breach of electoral law is found.
I have to see what else she's said to them, but they phoned Bill. But everything was above board because that was all recorded with the AEC and about those donations, everything. So it was all done correctly. If it wasn't, well, then it's got to come back on her as being secretary of the party.
Pauline Hanson declined to be interviewed by 7:30. Today in Canberra, she said she wouldn't comment while the AEC investigation continued.
Waiting for the report to come down. I've no problem with it whatsoever.
But how
It's not conflicting, right? It's been investigated, so it'll be left up to the investigation.
Her fellow senators were happy to weigh in.
These recordings do suggest that there is a big cover-up underway within One Nation. One day they come out and say one thing, the next day a recording comes out that disproves that.
First of all, Ashby owned the plane, then nobody owned the plane, and now supposedly somebody secretly paid a year's rent on their One Nation office. I mean, for a party that says, we're different from the others and we're squeaky clean and we're transparent, you couldn't get... Their window is no more transparent than a foggy Canberra morning.
It's the second covert recording to embarrass One Nation in the past fortnight.
The opportunity was the upcoming Queensland election and the overcharging of candidates for electoral materials such as banners and posters, which could be claimed back through the Australian Electoral Commission.
I will deny I ever said this, but what stops us from getting a middleman or gracing? I'm happy to grace you the cash, double the price of whatever it is.
This is from a former disgruntled two party members, Ian Nelson and Soraya Berwick, right? Both who never got jobs in my office. That's what this all about.
Ian Nelson left the party after falling out with James Ashby. He says Senator Hanson's claims are false and he was forced to fight back. Haven't you betrayed her?
Well, no, she betrayed me first, mate. Let's be clear about this.
Still, you say in the recording you're a man of your word and you won't go to the media, but here you are.
At that particular time, we didn't have many issues, but since then, let's be honest, she's been slandering me for months.
Ian Nelson says he's acting on behalf of disaffected One Nation insiders and won't stop until James Ashby is sacked and the party is back on track. This is a political nightmare for her.
It shouldn't have been. Her decision to choose that man was the beginning of her downfall. And it will continue to be that unless she sacks him.
I think she has 100 questions to answer. I think, from what I hear on the scuttlebutt, more's coming down the track. So, Pauline, please explain. It's going to become your mantra.